Good morning and welcome to Hashtag Rise and Grind. I am your host, Glenn Lundy. I am a husband to one, a father to seven, and the creator of what is going to be the #1 most watched morning show in the world. It is 5:30 a.m. and I hope that you are ready to rise and grind.
Look at what day it is. It's Wednesday at 4:30 a.m. Central Standard Time, 5:30 Central Standard Time, and you got a guest host this morning. I'm Matt Manero, and for a little bit, I'm filling in for Glenn because Glenn asked me to get naked and raw this morning to help you wake up so that you can wake up and see what might be going on a little bit deeper. This is my Attack and Conquer hat. This is my power hat. When I put this hat on, it's sort of like putting a piece of armor on. And this is my dragon shirt, which is what I wear almost every day to the gym, because this has my kid's number on the back of it. And my kid just finished his senior year in high school football and heading on to the United States Military Academy. And it just reminds me of him, which halfway gets me naked and raw just talking about it, thinking that my oldest kid's about to go off to college. And man, where did those freaking 18 years go? I know you know that. For the parents that are watching this, you know how freaking fast it goes. And for the young parents who have that 1 or 2 year old and you're like, man, I can't believe I'm staying up late and changing all these damn diapers and it's making me crazy and it's getting in my way. I'm telling you, man, it's going to go like that. So love every freaking minute of it, of watching Teletubbies or whatever the hell you sit there watching with them. It was Teletubbies for me and Johnny Boy. I don't even know what it is today. Isn't that funny, man? Look at how fast that changes. So let's get naked and raw a little bit on something. It's a concept that I call false positive. Hashtag false positive. If you like the sound of it, drop that in the comments this morning. Hashtag false positive. Because my definition of false positive really does connect with this morning's and this whole week's topic of naked and raw. And how do you stay naked and raw? And why the hell do you want to even get naked and raw, right? And hell, I don't even like the way I look in front of the mirror. That's why I'm going to the gym here in about 15 minutes, and why I asked Glenn, hey, I want to be on the show this morning, but I need you to do me a favor, man. Don't let me skip my workout. Man, let me keep me from making an excuse of why I shouldn't work out. Make that text over to the trainer and say, sorry, buddy, can't join in today. I got something else. Something a little bit more important. What the hell's more important than being 50 freaking years old and trying to get in good shape? You tell me that. I just told you that my life is passing by me as my kids are growing up so damn fast. I already spent 25 years making excuses why I'm okay to be fat, right? I can't spend another 25 years being fat, man. I got to get ripped. Boy, that's hard to get. It's hard to do at 50, I'll tell you what, man. You can eat all the oatmeal and shit you want, but getting ripped at 50 is tough. But I'm on a mission to do it 6 days a week. I'm going to do it today at 5 o'clock. Wednesday's leg day. All right. This concept of false positive is no bullshit, especially when it comes to your money. And I write about it in the book, You Need More Money, and I'm trying to get as naked and raw as I possibly can with you. But, you know, it's funny, Glenn and I were talking last night about darkness, man. When you can literally see darkness in your life, that it feels as though there is no light. And man, Glenn was sharing his story with me last night, and I know that feeling, man. You know that feeling too. When you have seen that level of darkness, where you're looking into the abyss and you are saying, how can it get much worse? And it does get worse. Man, I know that freaking feeling. And it is a terrible, terrible place. And it's a place you really only want to go to once in your life. But for some of us, it happens over and over and over. I mean, for me, I can remember it in 2008 and 2009, sitting in bed, my wife next to me, the 3 boys in their rooms, and just saying to myself, how much worse could this financial situation get? And then you'll go in the next day, and in my world of financing big rigs, big trucks, there would be another truck in the parking lot with a note that says, screw you, here's your truck back. And I'm not kidding you, that would happen day after day after day. And we were facing massive losses on those trucks. Some of those trucks we were losing $50,000 on. And we weren't originating any new loans. And everybody was paying slow. And the banks weren't loaning any more money. And it was getting nasty. And it got worse day after day after day. And that's the abyss. Now, I'm talking to you naked and raw about finances, but you may have it in a different way. Glenn had it in a different way. But I do also know what that darkness, that naked and rawness of despair does feel like when you're like, man, who's that person looking out for me, man? Where's that person? Isn't somebody supposed to say, hey, Monero, you got a shot, man? You can do this thing. Monero, you should go this direction. You're like, who's there to push me down that road, man? I can tell you nobody did that. And probably nobody's done it for you too, because it ain't uncommon. I'm not alone in that journey where I was looking for somebody to pat me on the back or point me in the right direction. It didn't happen. So that's the point of why Glenn does this show every morning, man, is to help you rise and grind. It's to help you say that today doesn't have to be like yesterday. And if today's good, tomorrow can be even better, man. And that there is a reason to stay in the game and to be hopeful about it. And that despair is just a short period of time. It doesn't have to be forever. But you do have to do some shit, man. You do have to keep one foot in front of the other. You got to keep moving forward. And as it relates to your finances and this concept of false positive is when you think you're doing better than you really are. And I can tell you that every Christmas, I put myself through the same exercise. I've done it for the last 25 years. Simple exercise when it comes to your false positive test on your finances. Is it easier for me to buy Christmas presents this year than it was last year? Do I worry less about it? Have I moved up the food chain? Am I spending more on Christmas? Or am I in that same mindset of, shit, how are we going to do this? I can't afford to pay for the prime, right? I can't do it, man. I know I should have bought it. I know I didn't put enough away for it, but it's another year. I mean, it's the same shit, man. My mother went through the same problem, right? But yet, during the year, you know what you told yourself? The cocktail party with your friends, man, we're kicking ass. It's an unbelievable year. It's going to be a record year. Never made so much money. But then when you put yourself through the litmus test around Christmas time and you say, hey, was it easier to buy Christmas presents this year than it was last year? And you're like, no, man, I'm still worried about it. Dude, that's what I call false positive. That's keeping it real. That's saying to yourself, was the 12 months of hard work worth it? Did we move the needle financially? Did we get up the food chain in our money? Did we have 10,000 saved in the beginning of the year and now we have 20,000 saved? Or did we have 10,000 in the beginning of the year and now we have 10,000, but yet for the last 12 months, we told everybody how unbelievable it was and how great we were doing. And when you came home and told baby when she says, hey, how was work? And you're like, freaking awesome, baby. And she just hasn't had the courage to get naked and raw with you and say, hey, baby, where's those promises you told me? Remember when you told me it was going to be worth it when you left that good job? And you told me this entrepreneurial journey was going to be smart and it was going to be worth it for you. You know, you've been telling me that for the last few Christmases. Where is it? I'm ready for it, right? Dude, you need that pressure. All right, look, time to get moving. Time to get dancing. Time to start doing some shout outs to people. So I'm going to turn it over right now and start boogieing.
Hey.
Wake up. Stay woke. Stay rising.
That's my interpretation of dancing. I don't know if you guys like it or not. This is me at 4 or 5. What time is it? 4:30 a.m. Central. Rise and grind. Oh my God. Oh look, I'm looking at this. Do some shout outs. I'm gonna say hello, Megan. Good morning, Mike, Whitney, Brad, Terry, Sean, Whitney, Jess. Man, look at this. This is crazy. These 79 people on here rising and grinding. Hat game looking good. Later, brother. Thank you. Okay, so I want to talk about the false positive. Do what? Good morning. I'm doing some more good mornings here. So we've got, let me keep going here. We got Jeff, Tracy. Hey, do me a favor, do Glenn a favor. Hit like, hit the heart, hit the comments. What else we got here? We've got Gail, Janelle, Sarah, Sydney, Brad, Vicky, Mike, Don, Jeff, Joshua, Scott, John, Laura. Man, what a group. What a group that are rising and grinding this morning. So back to this idea of being naked and afraid. For those who didn't know, that was Matt Manero, my business partner, an amazing human being. And this idea of false positive, I think it's so important in this idea of being naked and afraid, and especially in this ecosystem that we live in with social, right? I mean, everybody is putting on that social mask, right? Every time they put that camera on, they put that social mask on, right? Is it, hey, am I positioned in the right light? Am I, renting the Lambo? Am I trying to be something that I'm not? Right, and it's becoming systemic. It's such a huge problem, and why I'm here today, this morning, is say, listen, you got to be naked and afraid. You got to get out there. You got to be you, right? And I can share a quick story with you why that's so important to me. Because listen, my journey is riddled with failure, right? And if you guys know anything about me, and Glenn's posted a couple videos, we've been hanging. The end of the story is amazing. But the beginning of that story was riddled with failures, right? I mean, I was doing a business that I was trying to be things that I wasn't. I was, in a niche, and I got out of that niche, and I tried to have that false positive of success, right? And it bankrupted me, right? I mean, I was out of business before I could really get into business, and it was this idea I wasn't true to myself and I wasn't true to my business. And why this is so important is, listen, whatever you're doing, right, you got to be fucking great at it. Freaking great. Sorry, Glenn. Sorry, that's freaking great at it. That's my thing, right? You've got to be authentic to you, right? What's the one thing right now that you're passionate about, that you're great at? What's the niche you could own, right? Because I promise you, when you drive after that passion and you become true to who you are as a human being, into the craft that you love, your opportunity skyrockets, right? But you've gotta be you, right? So if you're struggling right now with this identity of social and status and the things that you believe are important, they're not. You know what's important? It's important being yourself, man. It's important being you. What's you? Glenn laughs right now. If you could see me, I'm in shorts and Yeezys and my hat. You know why? Because that's me. And it's important to just become yourself, because when you become yourself and you're authentic to who you are, things change, right? One thing I talk just immensely about, you want to be successful, who's in your tribe? This is an amazing tribe. This tribe is uplifting. You guys are up at 4:30 Eastern supporting each other, right? And my assumption is you're authentic to each other and you care about each other, and that's so important, right? Who's the tribe you're surrounding yourself with to uplift you, right? It may be time to shed some people, right? If you're having to fake things and be unauthentic and trying to keep up with the Joneses to impress people that truly aren't part of your tribe, what are you doing? Listen, you want to surround yourself with amazing people that are uplifting, that support you, that believe in you, right? That believe in you, that believe in whatever that thing is you're struggling with, right? If you have a business you want to start, why haven't you started? Right? Is it because you're naked and afraid to do it? Right? Are you afraid of that failure? Listen, failure is a part of success, and failure is a part of the journey. And so I'm encouraging you this morning, right, on this early stream, and all these amazing people. We've got over 75 plus watching here. What are you doing right now that you're naked and afraid? What is that one thing, right? And all you have to do is just start. Just take action towards being yourself. Take action towards surrounding yourself with a tribe of people that support you, love you, believe in you, right? And not only does your mindset change, but your courage changes, right? Now you've created this network, this tribe that's embracing that nakedness and afraid. And they're not making fun of you or trying to flaunt on you because you're not putting this social mask on. They're believing in you and supporting you. And so what I'm encouraging you to do is, if you don't have that, man, I have it. It's amazing. My wife, my friends, my family, right? I built this tribe of support and love for who I am and Judge and what my goals and what my dreams are. And so when I come on camera, whether I'm shooting guns with Glenn or whatever it is, that's me, right? That's who I am. And I believe I have an amazing message to share with people in changing the face of small business. And I'm going to be true to that message, and I'm not going to deviate from it because it's my passion. And I have a gift I want to share with people because I know I can help. And there's no mask that I'm going to put on. There's nothing that's going to make me afraid to be me. It's nothing going to make me afraid to serve and help the people I know that I can help. Okay, so the message that, before I have to get off of here, that I'm going to leave you guys with is that of encouragement, right? Be yourself, build a tribe, and the most important thing this morning you need to do is start. What's the thing right now when you get off of this that you say, you know what? I'm going to quit behaving that way. I'm going to take that social mask off. This is a passion. Maybe it's a business. Maybe it's a conversation you haven't had with somebody. Maybe it's time to shed some friends. Whatever it is, I encourage you this morning, right now, once Glenn wraps this show up, change your mindset, change your perspective, and have the courage to embrace who you are and chase your dreams. And as always, make it happen.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. How are you, my friend? How are you, my friend? Dude, today is Wednesday, December 18th, 2019. Can you believe it? Wednesday, December 18th, 2019. And what's crazy is today is the very first. Think about this. Don't let this go by. Today is the very first and very last time it will ever be Wednesday, December 18th, 2019. So I want to make sure we make the absolute most of this absolutely incredible day. I want to start off by just saying, pow! Listen, my friends, you have got to surround yourself with the people who will wake up for you at 4 o'clock in the morning to share 10 minutes on a Facebook Live before they go into their routine. This is my boy, Matt Manero. This is my boy, Judge Graham. This is us last night at the feed store barbecue, getting it in. We had some ribs. We had some, what did we have? It was some braised prime rib caps. I don't even know. All I know is it was delicious after we went out and spent the night shooting these big, massive Texas style guns. I told them, I'm like, dude, I'm not like a gun dude. Like, I don't shoot guns. And they're like, well, we're going and shooting guns. And next thing I know, Matt Manero's laying on the ground, blasting, shells are popping, hitting me in the ear, landing on my arm. There's brass everywhere. Judge has got guns, pulling out guns and knives, and he's stabbing things and running around, and we're just popping and popping and popping. And I'm just telling you, man, you have got to surround yourself with these types of people. Because I promise you, if you do, when you surround yourself with winners, go-getters, creators, people that are willing to do whatever it takes, whenever it takes, people that are in your corner, when you surround yourself with people like those two, like Judge and Matt Manero, you'll never go hungry again. Now, I know you've heard it before. They say your network is your net worth. And I'm here to tell you, man, there are things in this earth, there are things on this planet that money can't buy. There are. And relationships and friendships and the experiences that I've gotten to have with these guys is one of them. It's truly incredible. So I want to start this morning just by saying thank you to my man, Matt Manero, and my man, Judge Graham, for this incredible experience. I still get to spend another 24 hours here. Can you believe it? It's going to be awesome. Now, for those of you that know and those of you that don't know, I need you to go ahead and hit that share button. That's right. I need you to hit that share button because I believe if we can change the way people start their day, it'll make a massive impact on this planet. I truly believe that. And sometimes all it takes for you to change the way somebody starts their day is for you to hit that share button. Truly appreciate it. All right, now check it out. My man Matt Manero, who was on first, humbly, and I say this, I mean this. When I say this, I mean this. I'm not just saying this. He humbly built $1 billion company. All right, now I know it's early and I know math can be tough, but when we say billion, that's 10 digits, I believe. Yes, that's 10 digits. He humbly built a 10-digit, $1 billion company that he still runs and maintains to this day. Now, Judge Graham, who spoke after Matt Monero, humbly led thousands of people as he built a 9-figure company, turned around and sold it, and I believe he's done that twice now. All right? The two guys that you just got to spend 10 minutes with, these dudes are doing it big. They're doing it. They've both literally carved out paths to millions and millions of dollars, and they've both impacted tens of thousands of lives, if not more. They've got books. Judge has got a book that's going around the world. Matt Monero's got a book that has sold like 20,000 copies. Right? So they're impacting lives all around the world, and they have carved paths to millions. And literally they have done so by stepping into and embracing wholeheartedly who they are. So if you read Matt Monero's story, he started with just a chair and a laptop and a truck and a vision. And he focused on the areas in his life that he's good at, the things that he's good at, the mindset that he has, and he hired people around him to do the things that he couldn't do. Same thing with Judge. Judge stepped into his best assets, the things that he's great at, right? When you walk around this house, this 9,000 square foot palace, when you walk around, you see skateboards on the wall. You see Incredible Hulk. He's got like a life-size, I guess that's life-size. It's like 10 foot tall or whatever. Incredible Hulk, one of only 3 that exist in the world. But everywhere you go in his house feels comfortable, feels cozy, and has his personality written all over. He's not holding back and never has. You see, they've literally been able to carve out millions and millions of dollars. They've been able to carve out these incredible businesses and impact all these lives because they embraced who they are. You see, we've been talking about this week. And I see it all the time. That's why I'm so passionate about it, is I see you, my friends, the people that I care about. I see you worried about what the Joneses got going on. I see you concerned about your neighbor. I see you holding back. I see you keeping yourself at this level, this standard of average, this comfortable space. Well, as long as I'm in here with everybody else, I'm good. As long as I'm making $80,000 a year, I'm good. Or maybe it's 100. I'm good. As long as I've got my friends and my family real close to me, I'm good. And hey, if that's you, do you 100%. But my belief is if you're waking up at 4:30 in the morning, if you're out here rising and grinding, something tells me that there's something in here. There's something in your heart that is telling you that you're built for more. You're designed for more. There's a plan for you to impact more people, to live this full and prosperous life. I believe that. And I want that for you. Dude, from Graham and his hat to Matt Manero, you know, he's all yesterday he just had a cigar, just constantly chewing on a cigar. We're in the Land Rover, he's got a cigar. We're going to the barbecue place, he's chewing on a cigar, you know, and Matt's got 16 pairs of Jordans and 16 pairs of boots, right? That's how Judge rolls. It's Jordans or boots. That's it. Hey, Judge, we're going to a funeral. I'll throw on boots. Hey, Judge, we're going to the club. I'll throw on Jordans, right? He's got it covered. That's it. Jordans, boots. He doesn't need dress shoes. He doesn't need, the boots or the dress shoes, right? That's just how he rolls. And so rolling with these guys and seeing they each have their own unique style that is truly themselves, and the confidence they carry within that is electric. It really is. The confidence they carry about themselves is electric. When I listen to them on the phone call, when they're talking to a client, or the way that they interact with their wives, man. Judge is constant. He calls his wife mama. Hey, mama, you need some lunch, mama? What can I get for you, mama? Right? He serves his wife, clearly pours into her. He pours into his kids, the interactions I get to see there. But he just walks and carries himself with such confidence. It's electric. I want that for you. I want that for me. I'm still working on it. That's part of the reason I'm here, is I'm still working on figuring out exactly what am I best at? What am I best at? Who are the people that I need to make sure that I'm surrounded with that can help fill in my weaknesses with their strengths? And what direction do we take this thing? What is our deep, not wide, right? What is our niche? That's what I'm trying to figure out with Judge and with Matt. That's what I want you to figure out too. What is your niche? Because I want you to go deep. I want you to prosper. I want you to grow. I want you to go out there and impact so many people's lives, man. It's crazy. It's crazy what happens. Listen, I'm still learning. I have my doubts. I have my limited beliefs. I still question myself sometimes. And I know that you do too. I know that. But listen, the more and more I've leaned in, right? The more I lean into who God made me to be, the more that I've been leaning into my strengths and not my weaknesses, the more that I've been putting my eyes on myself instead of my eyes on somebody else, the more I've been able to do that, the closer I have gotten to ultimately His design. Because see, something I need to share with you, something I need you to know, in case you didn't know this, is that you, my friend, are a child of God, as am I. And we were uniquely made by the God of the universe. The God who made everything, made you and made me to be the absolute best versions of ourselves that we can possibly be. Best versions, not average, not a little bit above average, not a little bit below average, but the absolute best versions of ourselves that we can possibly be. Because see, when you become the best version of you, this is what's cool. This is how it works. This is what's amazing. When you become the best version of you that you can possibly be, it makes an impact. Every decision you make makes an impact on your friends, on your family members, on your coworkers. Heck, you showing up today has made an impact on me. And these guys, Judge and Matt Manero, showing up, are you kidding me? It's an hour behind here in Texas, right? It's 4 o'clock right now. It is now officially 5 a.m. at the end of this show. And these guys coming through, what an impact that's made on my life. So I appreciate you being here. As a matter of fact, I stinking love you for it. I truly, truly do. But I want you to step into that. Embrace it. Lean in. Lean in. Lean on the pen. Lean on the fact that you, my friend, were uniquely made to go out there and make an impact on this planet. Listen, I need you to have an incredible day today. If you need more videos like this, you can go to glennlundy.com. If you need some Rise and Grind gear like this hoodie right here that's on the fly, you can go to glennlundy.com. But most importantly, will you do me a huge favor? Will you come back here again tomorrow morning at 5:30 a.m.? Because we're going to do this all over again on hashtag Rise and Grind. Have an incredible day, my friend.